What's going on, good people? Thursday, Throwback Thursday, as they like to say. I have an interesting conversation while Facebook is building my audience. And this is about all this hoopla about Donald Trump. So this African-American guy, and you're going to see why I call him African-American in a minute, came up to me and said this. He said, hey, man, so what do you think Trump is going to do for black people? And I sat there in amazement for about 10 seconds before I said anything. And I'm like, to myself, and then I told him a little something nice, nicer than what I'm about to say. I'm thinking to myself, are you freaking kidding me? You weak ass dude. What the hell is Donald Trump going to do for African Americans? First of all, let me tell you something. If you need somebody, and I don't care what race you are, if you need any man or woman to do anything for you financially, you're weak. Why? Because one, you're living in the most powerful country in the world. Now, some of you may think like, well, China's that way. Let me tell you something. Go work in China for a job. The people that you see in China that are making money are people who own manufacturing. People in China, a college graduate would still make $500 a month. They save money. And really, to be honest, Americans are more innovative than anybody in the world. Let me give you a test. Who's the most popular music artist in Nigeria? Don't go to Google. Who's the most popular musician in Japan? But I promise you, you can go there and ask them a question. They can tell you anything. You know, people from other countries watch American politics. But let me tell you what the problem is with when it comes to money. And this is not just an African American thing. The problem is you don't know where to put money. And you may ask yourself, what are you talking about? When money comes in your hand, it leaves. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That means they have money. They know when they get paid because they have parties. Gonna get paid, just got paid, Friday. We made songs about it. When that paycheck comes in, we're ready to spend that money. When income tax comes in, which you shouldn't be getting income tax anyway, we're ready to spend that money. We're ready to buy clothes, bags, Louis Vuittons, all this other crap. So I'm going to give you a game plan strategy. Anyone that knows me knows I'm the lamination king. I love lamination. This comes straight out of the playbook of The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. So the first thing you need to do if you're in this country and Trump is president is make money. You got to bring in dinero, money. So let's give a couple slots for that money. First thing, whatever you bring in, 55%, which let's call that necessities. And this is your food, your clothing, the basics. 55% should go toward necessity. You know you got to live. You got to have a roof over your head. Number two, right, is what they call the FFA, the Financial Freedom Account. This is the money that can go toward investments that can pay you over and over again. What are those things? It could be real estate. Now it could be digital products. It could be, you can go to consignment stores. You can create you can get vending machines, whatever. These are passive income vehicles, right? Number three, education. 10% should go toward education. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, with the Financial Freedom Account, 10% of your money should go there. 10% should go toward education. Why? Because if you're not putting anything in, you can't bring anything out. You got to educate yourself. You can't stay the same for 10 years in the education level and expect to make more money. People pay you on the value that you can give. If you want to be a more valuable person, educate yourself. Right now, I'm taking 8 marketing certifications because I didn't know nothing about marketing. But after I'm done and I learn to apply that, I'm setting myself up to make more money. LTSS. That's your long-term savings for spending. These are things like your nice to haves, like your vacations. You may need a computer, phones, concerts. You want to go to those places, but just take 10% of your money and get there. Another thing is what they call the contingency fund, 5%. This is kind of like your emergency fund, the just in case accidents, cars, trouble, Armageddon, zombie apocalypse, whatever it is. But see, a lot of people don't plan for that one. So when things happen, they say, oh, the devil's a lie. God doesn't love me. As if God had anything to do with your tires, going flat. Let me tell you something. If you're living, if you're breathing, accidents will happen in your life. You can't take it away. It's going to happen. So you got to be able to deal with it. Number 6, 5% of your money should go to charity. People who are less fortunate. And let me give you an example of charity. If a guy in America is standing on the side of the road with a sign saying we'll work for food, that's not a person in need. That's a marketer. He got you to look at his sign and looked at you and stared at you and was like, and then he played that game and you felt bad, and some of us, you know how we are, some of us only want to look that way because we know if we look that way we're going to give them something, and he got your money. That's a marketer. A homeless person is a person that's maybe handicapped and can't leave their house, right? They can't do anything. They don't have a car. They want to work, and they hate the fact that they can't do anything, but they just can't do it. Maybe they have cancer or something like that. But giving to those type of people, not only does it help you, but it helps them, right? And number 7, 5%, and 5% should go to a charity way, and 5% should go, money must be spent on fun every month. This is a fund where you take 5% of the money, and whatever you get for that month, whatever is in that fund, you take it and you go somewhere because you budgeted that money. But see, that's the problem. We get the money and we don't know where to put it. We buy things to impress others because our self-esteem is low. So we got to buy the latest and the greatest so we can have people love us, because we got to get the people to love us, because when people love us, we've made it. So that makes us buy cars that we can't afford. That makes us buy houses that we can't afford. Clothes that we can't afford. Because we're always trying to impress people that don't like us in the first place. I mean, really, to be honest, people have asked me like, dude, why don't you get a better car? Why do I need it? Is that going to give me some more cool points? I think the biggest thing is to have a paid off vehicle and not be a slave to your vehicle and pay the $400 a month payments. And every time they come in the mail, you cringe like, oh, right? But that's what it's all about, right? So it isn't, but notice I didn't mention Donald Trump at all. Because Donald Trump can affect you from making money. If you make money and you put it in the right places and you do this consistently for over 10, 15, 20 years, next thing you know, you got a lot of money in the bank. You got a lot of money in your retirement accounts. That's the biggest thing, is being disciplined. It's not about the white man, the Mexican man, the Native American man. It's about you. And stop saying this thing of, well, they didn't teach us anything in high school about finance. Well, if they didn't teach you, the library's full of books. I was in Barnes and Nobles, and last time I checked, they were full of books. Amazon is full of books. Why can't you teach yourself? Who has to teach you anything? Listen, let me say, just hear what I'm about to say and see, does this come from a source of power? They didn't teach us nothing. They didn't do anything for us. They didn't teach us finance. They put liquor stores in the neighborhood. Oh, they're so mean. Nobody forces you to do anything. 2017, get a pair. Educate yourself. Stop blaming others. If you want to blame somebody, look in the mirror. Blame yourself. Because I just gave you a playbook of where to put your money. If you don't put it there, and 10 years go by and you still keep living paycheck, the paycheck, I'm going to go ahead and predict the future. Let me close my eyes and predict the future for you. You're going to be broke in 10 years. You're not going to have any money. You're not going to have any retirement, any investment, nothing. You're still going to be in the same place than you are now. So the choice is up to you. Either you're going to do something about it or you're going to whine. Which one are you going to do? So with that said, good people, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Happy Thursday to you. I hope everything is going great in your life. That's all I have to say on this subject. So until next time, take care.